In the heart of a dense and ancient forest stood the Whispering Pines Inn, a grand yet mysterious establishment with a history shrouded in secrets. Its towering pine trees seemed to hold whispered tales of the past, and its elegant architecture bore witness to a time long gone. Guests would arrive with both curiosity and trepidation, drawn by the stories of strange occurrences that had become synonymous with the inn. Sarah Thompson, an adventurous young journalist, had heard rumors of the inn's haunting tales and decided to investigate the truth behind them. Armed with her notebook, camera, and an insatiable curiosity, she checked in for a stay at Whispering Pines Inn. The innkeeper, an elderly man named Mr. O'Connell, welcomed her warmly but seemed to carry a distant sadness in his eyes. As night descended upon the inn, Sarah sat by the fireplace in the cozy common room, her camera at the ready. Shadows danced on the walls, and the wind outside created an eerie symphony of creaks and whispers. Just as the clock struck midnight, a soft, melancholic melody filled the air. Sarah followed the haunting sound, which led her to a locked door on the upper floor. Driven by both fear and determination, Sarah began researching the history of the inn. She discovered that, decades ago, Whispering Pines Inn had been a haven for artists and musicians seeking inspiration. One particular guest, a gifted pianist named Eleanor Sinclair, had checked in and captured the hearts of everyone with her ethereal music. Eleanor's melodies were said to evoke emotion so intense that listeners would often weep or become lost in a trance. But tragedy struck when Eleanor's lover, a painter named Alexander, betrayed her for another guest, a socialite named Victoria. Heartbroken and devastated, Eleanor's music took on a darker, tormented tone. Legend had it that she locked herself in her room, playing the piano with an intensity that bordered on the supernatural. One stormy night, lightning struck the inn, setting it ablaze. Eleanor's room was consumed by the fire, and her sorrowful cries could be heard above the roaring flames. The fire was extinguished, but Eleanor's spirit seemed to linger in the charred remnants of her room, her music continuing to echo through the inn, both haunting and beautiful. As Sarah delved deeper into the story, she became convinced that the source of the inn's haunting was Eleanor's restless spirit. With determination in her heart, she decided to find a way to help Eleanor find peace and release her from the cycle of torment. Over the course of days filled with research, seances, and intense introspection, Sarah uncovered a hidden diary of Eleanor's. The diary spoke of Eleanor's pain, longing, and the betrayal that shattered her world. Sarah believed that by unraveling Eleanor's emotions, she could communicate with the spirit and help her find closure. In a climactic night of ethereal melodies and whispered confessions, Sarah played the inn's grand piano with the same fervor that Eleanor once had. As the last notes echoed, a soft, warm light enveloped the room. Eleanor's spirit appeared before Sarah, her eyes reflecting a mixture of sadness and gratitude. Through tearful words and gestures, Sarah conveyed her understanding of Eleanor's pain and her desire to help. The specter seemed to nod, and as the first light of dawn broke through the windows, Eleanor's spirit began to fade, her form dissolving into the morning light. The haunted atmosphere lifted, and the inn felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from its very foundations. From that day forward, the Whispering Pines Inn was no longer a place of fear and trepidation, but a haven of peace and healing. Guests from all walks of life would come to experience the beauty of the forest and the soothing melodies that seemed to carry whispers of the past. And in the quiet moments of the night, when the wind rustled the pines and the stars shone brightly, the memory of Sarah's courage and the haunting tales of the inn would forever live on.